This week on The Grind, Bill and Ricky turn north out of Stuttgart and head to Cherry Valley, Arkansas to hunt with longtime friends Wes and Billy Bond and John Mills at Goose Farms for the last leg of their season. Even though the recent weather is going to make the late season hunt even harder, it's always a good time around camp with those boys and will make a great way to wrap up the season.
The Grind Waterfowl TV is brought to you by Dakota Decoy, premium gunning decoys for demanding hunters. Lucky Duck, masters of deception. Kent Cartridge, quality matters and performance counts. Mud Buddy, the king of mud motors. Excel, the boat to own. Cornerstone Gundog Academy, the most accessible online retriever training program. Yoder Smokers, handcrafted in the heartland. Rig 'em Right Waterfowl, the industry leader in specialty waterfowl products. Onyx Hunt, know where you stand. Benelli, simply perfect.
Cowboys Wild Game Washer, as clean as you can get 'em. Sound Gear, the leader in custom hearing protection.
And these fine sponsors.
Well, we are just leaving Stuttgart, Arkansas, leaving Wild Wings after 2 great days of hunting. There's Max Prairie Wings right there. Of course, we've been in there and spent some money too. But we're headed up to our good friends at Goose Farms, hook up with Billy and West and Johnny Mills. Good times, good food, and typically good hunting. And they've been doing really well in the big house. So looking forward to getting up there and seeing those guys. So a couple hours, we'll be back at Goose Farms.
So as we were aware before we went to Wild Wings, we knew actually the day before we left, they had gotten torrential rain down in Arkansas. I think, some places got anywhere from, 4 to 6 inches of rain in about a 6 to 8 hour time frame. And that's a lot of rain for down here. So as soon as we showed up to Goose Farms, Wes was like, hey guys, just want to let you know, like within the last 24 to 48 hours, we lost a boatload of birds. And not surprising. I mean, there was a lot of birds down south. They were down there, they wanted those acorns, that's new food to them. So, it was definitely something that, but we knew, with Goose Farms, they have a lot of property here, they have a lot of rice and a lot of vegetation that holds ducks. So we knew we were still gonna see ducks, but didn't know if it was gonna be a banger or not.
So day one, we were going to have good sun in the morning. Not a lot of wind. They called for light and variable. It's the same in the Dakotas. That means it's going to be all over the place. But we had clear skies coming, sunny skies. First day here. After seeing the photos of all those greenheads, I couldn't wait to get back out there in the big house. Thank you. He remembers her. He ran right down to his hole.
Did he?
Yeah.
They have a blind that they call the Big House. It's my first time, obviously, being down here. I was excited to see it. That's all they talk about. Like full electricity to this blind. They've got, you know, 400 or 500 decoys out there. Just an awesome place, and it's overlooking flooded rice, but one of those blinds that you always kind of see and you're just excited to hunt out of. Good backup on that one,
Hey.
Bill.
Hey,
They did it all right.
Hank.
I love how you can tell he's so seasoned because he just continues to look around to just see if anything's, like he's still marking as he's coming back.
Sometimes you'll actually swim over and bump him.
Yep,
Like, okay, I'm coming back for you, SOB.
yep.
Good boy. That was our first ducks here in the Big House. And that came in, that was quite a mixed bag. We got a hen, a drake, and a gadwall all flying together. Dogs sleeping with cats. No, kept trucking. Got two coming back.
Hank, I was still trying to look. I was trying to find him. Good shot, gentlemen.
Hank.
That poor gadwall was just trying to hang out.
Well, we just got, looks like just past sunrise. Not many ducks flying. We had a nice little 4-pack come in earlier. I guess it was 3-pack, and then we just had another pair of mallards come in that we got. But the ones we've gotten have been perfect, right in front of the blind. And like every year, the boys can shoot. We won't have to tenderize the drake we got, but kind of cool. Hank's doing a great job already, steady as always. I said the other day he's getting hard of hearing. I got to really bellow his name now for him to go. A couple times I even have to say it twice for him to go, but he's done really good. He's been sidelined for a couple days, so he's full of fire out there, doing a great job. But sun's just coming up. The Big House is so big it takes the sun a little while to get over the top of it, but the decoys and spinners will be lit up pretty soon. So once the ducks start moving, it should be really good. Hank. $37, $38, $39, $40.
There's 50 bands on there. Mm-hmm. And what's the separation? Because it looks like there's some bigger ones. So some
There's
specs?
probably 10 specs.
No kidding.
No green bands? No double banded?
Yeah, it's at the house.
Okay. I've shot probably 4 double bands.
I've shot 2 double bands, one on a honker and one on a duck. And that's it. as far as, I mean, double bands.
Those honker bands, though, they banned him like 15 miles from his house.
Yeah, just flip a spinner on and watch him come in over here.
I give him, he's a goose guy, right? Because they got more geese than they do.
Yeah.
And I say, all you do for geese is you go doodly, 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 and they drop their feet and they come in. And he goes, oh, all you duck hunters do is hit the switch.
I wish it was that simple.
Oh, great shot there.
Let me get it.
That is a fully plumaged Drake Gadwall, and he is absolutely gorgeous. That's a wall hanger. Hank!
Clean up on I-5, baby. Let's go.
Hank!
Let's go, baby. Hey, that's good shooting right there because everybody went on the 3 in the back and came back on the 2 on the front. That's legit right there. That's what I'm talking about.
How cool was that? When we first pulled the trigger, the whole flock fell. One got out and then got it. Good way to end.
What did we end up with? Probably 15 or so?
Yeah. Enough you're going to be cleaning ducks for a while. So the first morning hunt, Wes wasn't joking. We were seeing some ducks, but not like we normally do. So they had scattered. So we weren't getting bunches of ducks in. We were getting 1s and 2s and 3s. But the ducks that we got were doing it just perfect. I had one little bunch of gadwall come in. Actually, our first bunch, it was a mix. I said it was a mixed family because it was a hen, a drake, and a drake gadwall all flying together. So just a mixed bag this morning. They didn't pour in, but the ducks that did it right.
I'm super excited. I actually just got a new Super Black Eagle 3 28 gauge. There's been a lot of hype over the past few years about these small bore guns, and I'm super excited to shoot one. I've got a lot of friends that hunt private timber and stuff and like to keep it quiet. You know, I think it does help, but not just that, but they're supposed to be really, really fun. So I'm going to do some pattern testing today. I got an extra full Carlson choke here. I do like a tighter pattern for all my waterfowl guns. This is good for you know, bismuth or tungsten or whatever it may be. A lot of the more density shooting shells that I like to shoot, especially with smaller bore guns like this. So we're going to shoot some Kent Bismuth today. These are some number 6 shells that I have here. They go about 1,200 feet per second, 2 3/4, 7/8 ounce. We're gonna just test here at 20 yards like any other gun, see kind of where the gun's shooting at, what the pattern's doing with the shell, and adjust accordingly. But my guess is with that Carlson choke tube, it's gonna shoot really well out of this gun. So it's a freehand shot. I was a little bit high on my first shot. I'll come back and readjust a little bit, but I like to float my target a little bit as well. But you can see the pattern, the density of this shell. That's definitely a dead duck. So at 20 yards, it's a fairly good pattern. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shoot it one more time and just kind of readjust and see what we have again. All right, just loaded another number 6 Kent Bismuth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take another shot. Again, it's only my second time shooting this gun, so I was a little high on my first one. So readjust here and kind of see what we have. So this was my second shot here with the 28. Did a little adjusting, and as you can see, I mean, that is a dead duck. So I'm really happy with the density and the pattern, not too many holes in the pattern. So that's a hell of a shot there.
So one of the things I love when we come here, John Mills is a heck of a cook. We've got Ricky Hart with us too, and he's really handy on the Yoder. He's a heck of a cook himself. So we're really looking forward to the food, and it's kind of funny listening to Ricky and Millsy plan out the meal plan for us. So it was exceptional cooking.
Millsy, just got done doing some product testing out in the marsh.
Absolutely.
Normally I do some cooking, and I love cooking on the Yoder, but this looks fantastic. What you got going on, man?
So I injected it with a little Cajun butter, and then I put that seasoning you brought me. What was it called again?
Yardbird.
Oh my God, unbelievable.
Good stuff, isn't it?
So I put that on top of it, rubbed it down, and I've had them on there for about an hour. We're gonna let them go for about another 3 hours on 225, and man, I got actually what I did on the bottom here. I put a little beer in there. Just you want
steam it
steam
up.
going.
Yeah,
you want to keep a little moisture and everything else.
Absolutely.
So we got that going, and we're gonna lower this little lid again and just let them roll.
Nice. So how long you figure it'll take?
I think about 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
I love it, man. It's nice to actually come to a place. You were up at 4 o'clock this morning making us biscuits and sausage and bacon, and so we got up and we were actually able to have breakfast. It's actually nice to not have to be the one to cook every once in a while and try somebody else's stuff. So
hey, man, it's my job. I can't complain. Look at what we do.
it's awesome, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are
you
guys are great hosts, and I can't wait to feast later, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, buddy.
What's up, guys? I'm Barton Ramsey from Cornerstone Gun Dog Academy, and today I want to talk about how to pick a puppy. I get asked this question all the time, and it is a very important question, but the first answer that I give people I think is a little surprising and often disappointing. It is more important to pick the litter. Pick a litter that is a good fit for you. What do I mean by that? Well, you have an idea of what type of dog you want to own. Whatever breed that may be, Labrador, Golden, Chessie, Boykin Spaniel, whatever that looks like, and even within that breed, within Labradors, you may have a certain style of Labrador that you want to own. You want to make sure that you pick a litter that is produced from parents who fit that style. You're not going to be able to take something that is genetically programmed to be one thing and force it to be something different. You want to find the genetics that best match your preferences with your future gun dog. Once you find that, make sure they have their health test done, make sure it's a reputable breeder that you can have communication with, that you're happy with, and then on the day that the puppies go home or whenever it is that you're allowed to pick your puppy, that's when you can focus on the little things within the litter. Remember, a bunch of that is going to change, and if your last pick on a litter, don't sweat it. Just make sure you pick good parents. If you do get to pick a puppy out of the litter, I prefer to pick the one that shows me the most boldness and curiosity. I like puppies who are not nervy. I don't want them to be scared at all. I want them to be very bold. So I like the one that runs right up to you when you get there, or the one that explores, doesn't have any trouble going through doors or going downstairs or whatever's going on around the puppies. I like the one who shows a lot of curiosity and a lot of confidence. So try that. Check out Cornerstone Gun Dog Academy to know where to start, what to do next, and how to solve problems when training your retriever. Now, back to the grind.
So we're sitting around eating the good Yoder chicken, plotting and scheming for the next day, of course, and I could see Wes' head hanging a little bit, and of course everyone checks their weather app, and they were calling for rain, clouds and rain and no wind. And clouds and rain for me equals no ducks, and then you throw no wind on top of it. We were pretty down. That's why I call it duck hunting and not duck killing. It's not all about shooting ducks. It's about the friends you're with, creating new friendships. You have to take it all in. So we did get out there in the morning. When we first set up, we got there and we heard some shooting, and I looked at Wes. I said, "Is it shooting time?" And it was, but man, it was dark. When it's overcast, it stays dark late. The hoodlums, I'm gonna call them the hoodlums, Billy and Millsy, they came rolling in a little after us. And we could hear them leaving the boat landing. They had a Ricky's boombox going in there. I don't know what they were playing coming in, but they had us all in stitches when they got there. But it was just one of those days. We had a few teal buzz us. We did have a few mallards work us, but man, it was gray, no wind. You didn't know where they were coming from. But all day we saw tons and tons of high-flying ducks coming from the north. Wes had a little twinkle in his eye because they knew the ducks were coming back. They got a saying here that everything comes home, and I think that's what was happening. The birds were coming back from the north, and I think this next week they're probably going to really pile them up.
You know, day 2 was really, really slow. I think we shot like 3 teal. Wasn't great second day, but man, we just had an absolute blast, and that's why it's hunting. So, you know, love the time down here. I want to thank Wes, his dad Billy, Millsy for cooking. These guys have been just absolutely amazing. They're like family. I'm actually staying just an extra night just to hang out with them, meet some more of their family, and that's not something that I do very often. So that's just a testament to who these people really are, and how we like to spend time with everyone. And you know, they buy our products and they take care of us when we come down here and treat us like family, and I can't thank them enough for that.
The ending of another waterfowl season is always bittersweet. We hate to see it go, but are thankful to have spent the last few months chasing birds in some amazing places with great friends around camp. The relationships we built through waterfowl hunting are some of the strongest, and you can bet we are already making plans to meet up in the blind next season.